What's up guys, MTG Matt for you, back with some news. So I just watched the Magic Showcase 2021. Wizards presents all the new products, plans and so forth for 2022. And for those of you guys watching me, you know that we are basically only interested in standard, right? So for that reason, I just quickly want to go through the most important news, which is what kind of standard sets are going to come out for 2022, as you can already see here in this very picture in this article, and just give my 2 cents about it. And yeah, so let's do this. So actually, here we go. So as you can see, 4 standard sets are going to come out for standard Magic next year. And right away, what you might notice without even going into the actual sets yet is that there's not gonna be a core set. It's just gonna be 4 regular sets, which I don't necessarily mind. I actually personally never really minded core sets, because for me, the thing I liked about core sets is that usually the normal standard sets, like, you know, Call Time, for example, right? They have a specific theme with specific keywords, and I would say usual sets, I'm saying usually a lot of times. So standard sets that are not core sets, usually I feel like try to push players in a certain direction concerning deck building, right? Because of the new keywords, new mechanics. And what I always liked about core sets is that a core set is really the opposite. So a core set is like, it gives you a lot of pieces to different archetypes to set up the stage for the year after, for the sets that come after it, right? And that's what I already liked about core sets, because it gives, as a passionate deck builder, it gives you seemingly a lot more variety and freedom in how you can use the new cards to build decks. But that's just a side note, so no core set for next year. Instead, we are going to be getting in the first quarter Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, second quarter Streets of New Capana, third quarter Dominaria United, and fourth quarter the Brothers War. And Kamigawa Neon Dynasty and Dominaria United were already in speculation because of domain registrations that had been found by Magic fans online. So these are not that really of a surprise, or that much of a surprise, but Streets of New Capana and the Brothers War is really some brand new information. So let's go through this sets one by one. First off, we got Kamingava Neon Dynasty, which goes back to the plane of Kamigawa, but it's set 2,000 years after the events of the last set. And I have really no idea about Magic lore at all. I am not a long-time Magic player, but still I can give my impression about it. And I gotta say, this is very cyberpunky, as you can see here. This guy actually you see in the picture is going to be a new Planeswalker. I forgot his name. It's not here, but it's going to be a new Planeswalker. And as you can see, it's very cyberpunky. It's Asian themed, as Kamigawa is, and yeah, I don't know if I like this kind of flavor. It's very futuristic, right? Which you probably, if you're passionate about Magic, you probably like the fantasy, let's call it medieval type of theme with dragons and so forth. And Kamigawa, as you can see, is very futuristic. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna be a huge fan of this, but I do like that, you know, Wizards of the Coast is willing to try out new stuff creatively, right? Even design-wise. I mean, as long as they don't introduce other trademarks in standard, I'm happy. So, I don't know. And my first impression is that I really don't like this flavor, but I'll remain open to it. The next one is Streets of New Capana, which they said in the showcase is the idea of a street. And it should remind you of a setting of a gangster movie. So New Capana is this city built by angels, but it has been overtaken by 5 crime families, by 5 gangster families, so to say, which are all going to be triple colors, which I think is really nice. I do like you know, cards that have multiple colors. I think we need more of that. And they also said that every one of those families is gonna have their own keyword, which is really, really cool. So this one I only like a lot more. What I find a bit, how would I say, how could I say that? So if you take Kamigawa Neo Dynasty, if you take this flavor, right, you see this futuristic guy in a city, in like a big, dense city. And then you take this flavor Steve of New Capana. And right here you can't see any art, concept art for the city, but this is obviously also going to play in a big city. We basically get two sets after each other, which are set both in big cities, more or less, which, you know, makes for less variety. But I'm sure it's still gonna be very different. So of these two, if I compare these, I really like the flavor of Steven and Capena more. Although I still have to say that, from my perspective, both these don't really have this pure magic vibe, right? So this really reminds me of like, you know, like Kingpin vibe from Spider-Man, and you know, it's supposed to be like a gangster setting. This guy has like a suit trousers and everything, so yeah, it's fine, but still these two I don't really like flavorize. But then in the third quarter of 2022, we go to Dominaria United, which I am super excited about. I think this one is gonna be huge. Dominaria has been one of those powerful favorite fan sets in the last years, and very excited to see what they got in store for us with Dominaria United. If they again do like a legendary theme, that would be really cool. And you know, and if again for the 30th anniversary they make yet another Broken the Fairy Planeswalker, that's what we're going to see. So Dominaria United I definitely really like. And then for the fourth quarter, which is going to be the last standard set of 2022, we get the Brothers War, which I think is also a super nice set. And it's a story between the war between Urza and Mishra. And this means that this is probably going to be like a colorless artifact-focused set, which I think is really cool, because I was just thinking to myself yesterday that we didn't have a set that, you know, supports artifacts or colorless cards in a long while. So I think these last two sets for next year, Dominaria United and the Brothers War, are going to be really, really nice. So I'm really looking forward to those two. And for the other two, you know, I'm a bit skeptical, especially for Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. But I think as a fan of some kind of franchise like Magic, you gotta appreciate the fact that a game like Magic is exciting because it always presents you with something new, right? So in principle, I really welcome the willingness of Wizards to try something new creative-wise with these sets. So I'm remaining open to Kamigawa Neon Dynasty and Streets of New Capana. And anyway, we still have two new sets before that, the two Innistrad sets, which I'm sure are going to be, which I expect it to be really, really nice. So yeah, those are my 2 cents. And, you know, as a last note, after this information on the new stats in Standard 2022, of like next year of 2022, there were no new spoilers for Innistrad, which I think you could not expect actually, but I still expected them. But they announced that there's going to be a stream on September 2nd for Innistrad Midnight Hunt. So I would assume that this means that spoiler season for Innistrad is going to start on September 2nd, which is in, well, a little more than a week, like 9 days. So stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for more Stand 2022 content. I'm still going to be uploading until the new expansion. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, just my 2 cents on this new information, and I see you guys soon.